This is I Like It Because You Hate It.
Ooh, short and sweet today. And
That's all you need.
I'm Dennis.
And I'm Jeremy. And this is I Like It Because You Hate It. Like we say at the beginning of the podcast each week, if you have any questions for us, email us at ilikeitcauseyouhateit@gmail.com. Make sure to like our Facebook page. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and rate our Facebook page. Give it a review if you could, please.
Good or bad?
Yeah, good or bad. Hopefully good. If it's bad, go fuck yourself.
And we have to apologize for last week. Technical difficulties made it so that our podcast didn't go up.
Yeah, we didn't do a new one last week because, like I said, we had technical difficulties.
Like you said?
Like you said.
Thank you.
Yeah, like you said.
Credit where credit's due, fucker.
Well, I told you about the technical difficulties. You just beat me to the punch on the fucking podcast. Because I'm the one that has to do all the editing for this shit.
We didn't miss much anyway, so.
No, it wasn't our strongest work. But what happened was when I had to drop that hot mud in the middle of the podcast.
The doo-doo time in the middle of the podcast made it double record. And
it was all fucked up.
Yep.
But it's okay because it sucked anyway.
To a new week.
Yeah, to a new week. So, let's start off a little topical.
Weinstein.
Oh, okay. You want to start there?
I would love to start with Weinstein.
Okay, sure.
Because I have a strong opinion on this.
Do you?
I would watch an old man shower for millions of dollars.
Okay, yeah, I would too, but to
further your career, would you watch an old man shower?
I would, but I don't think it was as innocent as that for most.
Did you listen to the tape of him pleading?
No, I read a bunch of articles and shit.
The tape of him pleading to this woman was the most pathetic thing I've ever heard. Please, you don't want to make an enemy of me. Just come in. You don't have to do anything. You just have to watch. Just sit here and watch. We're friends. Don't end our friendship. It was the most.
That's fucking creepy,
dude. It was the most pandering, whiny, creepy thing I've ever heard. But it came off as just lame, non-dude-like.
But the problem is that he really could, and a lot of career. If you didn't fuck him, he could end your career.
I mean, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck freaking covered up for him.
I think that
Matt Damon and Russell Crowe specifically stopped an article from being printed.
I think that he definitely sexually assaulted and probably raped a bunch of women, right? I also think that there was just as many women that knew what was up and didn't
say anything.
Yeah, well, didn't mind doing what needed to be done.
President Obama's daughter was an intern for him.
Right. Well, hold on.
You don't think he didn't vet Weinstein?
I mean, they had to have known what was going on, man.
It was a running joke in Hollywood for years.
The Entourage character of the one that they based on Harvey.
But not only that, 30 Rock had 2 episodes.
Oh, did they? I didn't see those.
30 Rock had 2 episodes where they're saying, I turned down sex with Harvey Weinstein on no more than 3 times out of 5. It's pretty funny. But they also allude, I don't remember the next other quote, but then they also, Seth MacFarlane, during the Academy Awards, made a joke about it.
Yeah, I saw that clip. You won't have to pretend to be
attracted to Harvey Weinstein anymore. Hilarious.
So he's a big creep, man.
But everybody knew about it and nobody did anything.
I think that shit goes on in Hollywood. I think
that's Hollywood.
I think he's the one on the out. And people shouldn't have to fuck people that they don't want to fuck. That's fucked up.
But I'm saying, if Harvey Weinstein wants to give me a job, I'll watch him shower happily.
That's the other side of the equation that I was getting to. For as many people that this was unwanted, right, there was probably just as many people who were like, this is what you got to do to be famous. I'm fucking down to do that.
Yeah, of course.
I don't care. I'll suck this old dude's dick.
There's no morals in Hollywood.
I'll do this. I'll do that. I come down... And whichever side you come down on is the side that you come down on. But personally, if I was given the opportunity to suck Harvey Weinstein's dick, and in turn I'd be put in a movie and I get paid a ton of money and have a life of luxury, a career.
Yeah.
I'm sucking that.
Put that wrinkle cock in your mouth.
I'm gonna suck that dick. That's just me.
Play with the balls a little bit and make it.
I'm gonna suck that cock good.
You'd act like you enjoyed it.
Yeah. I didn't do real good. I'm gonna make that.
You do some of the
I'm gonna be like, oh, daddy.
Little spit come out. Yeah. Nose runny.
I'm gonna do the whole thing because I feel like and if you don't want to, that's totally fine. That's you. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
me personally, I'm fucking sucking that lottery ticket
So
dick.
have you also noticed I'm going to call it the Bill Cosby effect that's happening with this too?
Well, that's because now it's safe to come out. So
takes one person and then everybody will come out.
well, once one or two. So the way that works is nobody says anything because this dude's super powerful, right?
Yeah.
So if you say anything, he'll fuck your career. Right?
Yeah, which he probably could do.
So if you're the one person that says something, or you're the one or two people that say something, you could get fucked. But now, so nobody says anything because of that, right?
Yeah.
But then once one person finally does break and say something, and then another person comes forward, all of a sudden his power diminishes with each fucking...
I mean, he got kicked out of his own company.
Yeah, with each accusation. So now, if he really did do some shit to you, you can come back and be like, you don't have to worry about him crushing your career anymore. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. You know what I mean? That's why all those motherfuckers came out against Cosby. Cosby's probably a different thing than Weinstein.
Cosby's a little more rapey and Quaalude-y.
But was everybody doing Quaaludes in the 80s?
Can you get Quaaludes anymore?
I don't think so.
Are Quaaludes a thing?
Quaaludes were definitely, like, as someone who has played with drugs in the past, right, who has played with pharmaceuticals, nothing now, of course, but nothing non-prescription now. But as a
recreational drug user,
as a connoisseur of chemicals, I really am upset that I missed this Quaalude train because everything I hear about it,
it's awesome.
It's
like amyl poppers.
They sound really dope. You can still get poppers.
People still use poppers?
Yeah, you can.
Amyl nitrate.
You can go to
pucker your butthole up.
You can go to most adult stores and they sell poppers, but they call them like VHS tape cleaners.
Really?
Yes.
I'm glad you know so much about amyl poppers because it's going to dilate your butthole.
Poppers don't just dilate your butthole.
I know.
They kind of take you out of it for a little bit. Yeah.
Euphoria.
Have you ever done a popper?
No, I've not, dude. Come on.
I'm
straight-laced Dennis.
Will you do a popper on the show if I bring you one?
If we get famous enough, I will.
I just want you to...
If we make enough money where I don't need a job and people, vetting me, I'll do
Poppers aren't illegal, though.
Poppers are illegal, I
No,
thought.
they're not. It just fucking smells, bro. It just smells.
Just smells, bro.
It just smells. So,
So poppers, still a thing. Use them.
Yeah, I want you to...
Pro tip on today's
I am
podcast.
going to fuck you once you do the popper, but... but I just want you to do it on the show so you sound funny.
My nice virgin anus.
Yeah.
All right. So it's hard to seg from that, but I want to go back to Weinstein and talk about... what the hell's her name? Rose McGowan.
Let's tread carefully here.
I'm going to tread carefully, but Rose McGowan has been coming out against him for a while now.
Yes, she has.
But she said he raped her, correct?
Yes.
But she accepted payment for that.
Yeah, so?
But at that point, if you accept payment for that to be like, oh, shut up, take this money and shut up, and she took the money, can she really be on a high horse now?
Yes, of course she can.
I don't know.
You fucking raped her, bro.
Yeah, he paid his dues.
If somebody raped you and they were like, here's some fucking money, it's not like...
How much money?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
It was I think it was like $100,000.
That doesn't... Okay. So
but if somebody rapes you and they're like, here, take this money, you fucking whore, right?
But it was to shut up money.
Yeah, shut up. But you're not going to still be pissed about it, bro?
But she took the money. No, you got to be... You have to take the money at the time.
Imagine those moms that hang out by your fucking door every week, and they throw some money at you, and they go, shut up about
I'll shut my happy mouth and take the money.
But then they still get worse and worse and worse.
They could peg me.
No, you're not. No. You're coming from
a male perspective.
I don't want to sound...
Say it.
I don't want to...
Say it.
No, that's not what I was going to say. I don't want to sound too, leftist, but you are coming from a very privileged
white male perspective.
You are
fucking asshole.
It's the fucking truth, dude. It's not a bad thing. It's just the truth. We have a perspective from which we oh
my god, my eyes are gonna
see the world.
crack from the
Whatever.
rolling.
Dude.
But you're not even white. Shut up.
Hey, so I am doubly qualified
To tell me
critique you.
that I'm privileged.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I think you lose.
I got a lot of problems.
You lose a little.
I got a lot of
You lose
problems.
a little if you accept the money. You know that, right?
No.
You do.
No,
That's
no, definitely
yes.
not.
If you accept the money, you lose a little.
No, you can still accept the money.
Nah, you're always going to lose a little from accepting the money. You're not going to be as credible because you accepted the fucking money.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
I don't.
I have a problem with Rose McGowan. I don't like.
Because she's bald.
No, that's not the problem. I don't like her brand of feminism, but I
attack feminism.
But I don't think
she put out a sex tape though.
I don't think this is one. Did she really?
Mm-hmm.
When? What era? Rose McGowan.
Oh, bald.
Okay.
Recent gobbling a penis.
Oh,
and then getting fucked in the ass.
Good for her. But
I don't know if she put it out, but there is a sex tape.
I would have been much more interested if it was like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, like 1999.
Like
2000.
Chain sequence see-through VMA dress.
Yeah.
Rose McGowan.
Or the Monkey Bone movie, Rose McGowan.
Yeah, Monkey Bone. Yeah, I'd give her the Monkey Bone, if you know what I'm saying. Whoa. But yeah, I don't have a problem with her speaking out now.
She got banned on Twitter, though.
Yeah, that's fucking dumb. How are they gonna let 45 cook, but they're not gonna let Rose McGowan talk shit on Twitter? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. 45?
Yeah, FDT. DT, Donald Trump.
Oh, well, he's a president.
Yeah, but he's saying some fucking shit that'll get you fucking banned any other time.
I don't know about that. The president, a little more pull.
I understand he has more pull. I just think it's fucked up.
Regardless,
you can't talk breezy.
She's back. She's back.
You can't talk breezy with fucking world leaders, and Twitter be like, "Oh no, that's cool." You guys are having a dick measuring contest about whose nukes are fucking better.
Can you imagine if Donald Trump got banned on Twitter?
That'd be awesome. Oh, I would fucking love that. I'm not gonna lie, I hate check his Twitter like at least once a day.
It's comedy gold.
I don't think it's funny. It really it gives me anxiety. It makes me really nervous. Like
some of the shit he says is so ridiculous. It's just comedy.
I just can't believe. I saw some shit the other day. You know how Eminem did that diss?
Oh God, yeah, that was awful.
I thought it was fantastic, but he did that A+ level diss track of Donald Trump, right?
That'll teach him.
I don't care. It doesn't matter if it teaches him or not. Just because somebody doesn't fucking react to it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Nobody listens to this, and we do it every week.
That's a good point.
So
it's cathartic.
Yeah. So there you go. But I saw some shit, right, and it was like a fake tweet from like Donald Trump where it was like, Eminem, his mom's spaghetti's trash. Like, he's no good.
No way.
Yeah, he's terrible. He needs me to sell albums. And I was like, I had to go to Donald Trump's Twitter to verify if that was real or not, because that was something.
That doesn't sound real.
It wasn't real.
Yeah.
But it's the kind of thing that you could see him saying.
Exactly. That's the thing, that if you need to double check that, it's ridiculous.
You would like Obama never like clapped back on Young Thug, you know, but Donald Trump definitely would.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Speaking of Trumpian things,
I
got a little something I want to talk about that we haven't talked about much, even though we're in the full swing of it. Football season.
Oh yeah,
our Patriots are playing. We are Patriots fans, and our Patriots are playing the New York Jets as we speak right now. A battle for first place in the division.
ETS, Jets. Yeah.
The Jets are...
So what do you want to talk about? Did you want to talk about kneeling?
No, I want to talk just about football.
Oh, football in general.
Yeah, I just want to talk football.
Okay. Well, I've been kind of out of the loop because of TV problems, but I'll be back into it as of this week.
So have you watched any of the Patriots games this year?
Yeah, I've watched their defense look like complete trash.
It's terrible.
It does not look like a Belichick era defense.
No, it doesn't. The problem is sometimes you could chalk it up to like these guys are still getting used to the season. September's September's like preseason now because
4 games
of the training. Now. But they're like they have no discipline.
It's awful.
Their like assignment discipline is really bad. They're fucking missing guys. and they're getting like stupid penalties, and they're just not where they should be. And it doesn't look like a well-coached defense.
It doesn't, and that's on Patricia.
It is.
And Belichick.
And Belichick, because Belichick's got to handle it.
Of course.
Belichick keeps Patricia around as, like, he's a fucking figurehead defensive coordinator. Everybody knows that. He's not.
Patricia?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because fucking Belichick's the one that's running that show.
That is true. But Patricia is like a aerospace scientist, too. Very smart man.
There are two coaches that matter on the New England Patriots, and that is...
Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
No. I'm being serious. There's two coaches that matter. It's Bill Belichick, and it's Josh McDaniels. Did you just waft up your own fart?
I did. I wanted to see if it was going to be bad because it felt bad.
How dare you disrespect my sports rant?
No, I'll give you some.
No, thank you.
I'll give you some.
You dick.
Oh, that was a stinky one. Josh McDaniels, does he matter? Because they're still winning without him.
He does matter. I think he matters.
I'm glad he's back, granted.
That's
offensive genius.
That's Bill Belichick's boy. That's why he came back, because I think him and Belichick have made like a little handshake deal where when Belichick finally retires.
But to come back, McDaniels had to watch Belichick shower.
You did. Donald Trump was there. And he pissed on him.
No, again, I'm not too happy with what I'm seeing with the Patriots. I don't think if they stay on the course that they're going.
Lose to now, granted,
if they lose to the Jets, but the Jets are always kind of first couple games good.
Well, the Jets sometimes play New England really tough, and sometimes they just get like bowled over. Like it really depends.
But the Panthers bothered me.
That Panthers loss was a fucking shitty loss because Tom Brady drove down the field to do his thing, and then the fucking defense fucking yards it up.
Did nothing. Yep. Do you think it's time for Belichick to hang it up?
No. God, no.
I have mixed feelings about it.
We'll see after this. Winning?
I'll see after the season. After the season, I'll make a final.
But he could have like.
But I'm like, he's done enough. He's done enough.
Enough he has done. That is true. But to say that he should hang it up for any other reason than he should enjoy his life
just enjoy it.
On his creek boat.
That's what's like what 5 or 6 rings now? Or 7 rings?
It's called 6 rings.
No, because he has.
I think he only counts the ones he wins.
No, because before he had the ones with the Giants too.
Oh yeah, he does call it 7 rings.
So it's 7 rings now.
7 rings. Have you ever seen him smile on that boat? Like,
yes.
If you watch, he looks like such a fucking creep.
It's like ear to ear too. Like
he doesn't. Yeah.
He has such like a young wife now, a new wife too.
Yeah, young for him. She's like 35 or something like that.
That's very young for him. He's 70.
No, he's not. He's in his 60s.
So sorry, I'm probably 5 years off, cocksucker.
No. Actually, you know what? He might be close to 70.
He's up there. He's definitely one of the oldest coaches. I know Coughlin was the oldest coach for a while, but Coughlin is no more.
No, he's still is
he still crypt keepering around?
He's running the shadow government in Jacksonville. He really is.
Really?
He's like the executive president of football management for Jacksonville.
Shit.
And
because Jacksonville is where players go to die.
Nah, they're good this year.
They're much better than I've seen them in ages.
Since his shadow government took over, since his shadow government toppled the Jack Del Rio regime or whoever the fuck was coaching.
The secret police are out there kneecapping people.
They've gotten better. They're leading their division.
Yeah.
They're a good team. They're a scrappy team. They have a shit quarterback, but...
Is it still Blaine?
No, Blake Bortles.
Blaine Gabbert used to be, right?
Yeah.
Blake Bortles. What are these names? Blaine and Blake. Ugh.
It used to be Blaine Gabbert, and now it's Blake Bortles.
Can you have more of a white boy names, by the way? Just think of the names. Blaine and Blake. Ugh. They needed to be good at something, because they were going to get the shit kicked out of them otherwise.
Blake Bortles is a terrible name. It doesn't sound good coming out of your mouth.
Blaine Gabbert is just as bad.
Yeah, they're not good. If you're going to be a good quarterback, you need a strong quarterback name.
Like Thomas Brady.
Tom Brady. Short and sweet. Or if you want to go the other name.
Peyton Manning. Peyton's gay, too.
Peyton
is not a good name.
Peyton's not a great name.
Hey, because it's a girl's name, too. That's a gender non-specific name.
Yeah, but you can have a gender non-specific name and still be a badass. I'm trying to think.
Let's sit here and think.
I'm sure there's one. There's got to be at least one. But, all right. think of what's the best? Who's got the best quarterback name right now in the league?
In the league,
Yeah,
I'm biased.
you're biased to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I like Tom Brady. I also like he's not the best quarterback.
Ben Roethlisberger.
No, that's terrible. It's too long. Ben's okay. Big Ben is a good
Football name.
Football name.
He looks like the name sounds.
What's the name of the dude that's playing for the Rams? He's a fucking rookie. Or he's in his second year.
I don't even know.
I can't remember his name, but he's got a pretty good football name. Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. Yeah, Jameis.
That's
his second year, right?
Yeah, it's his second or third year. Jameis Winston's a good football name. That's
just because of the Winston at the end.
Because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
If it was James Winston, then you'd be like, oh, he's a force to be.
No, see, I like Jameis better than James.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like Jameis is a little more like it's like, it's not as common as James. Anybody.
Yeah, because it's made up.
Anybody could be James Winston. Jameis sounds like, are you Irish or black? We don't know. Like with Jameis.
It could also be a great porn name.
It could. Jameis Winston is a fantastic porn name.
Jameis Winston.
That's good.
Just thinking of a guy with a hammer for a cock.
Oh yeah, if your name is Jameis, you're slanging dick.
Yeah.
Bad name, Mitch Trubinsky. Not inspiring. Not inspiring.
You don't like Mitchells?
No. Mitchell Trubinsky? No thanks.
The Mitchell Report?
Derek Carr is a good name.
Short
and sweet.
Yeah, not a bad name.
He must be fast. He's got to be fast.
Because his name got a car in it?
Yeah, because his name's Carr. Cars are fast.
I used to know somebody with the last name Youngblood.
That's a badass name.
Legitimate. I hated the kid.
But it's a cool
couldn't
name.
Fucking stand him.
It's a cool name, though.
And a very standard first name. I won't use it, but his last name.
We had
Youngblood.
An officer on the Kitty Hawk. He was a lieutenant, and his last name was Bloodsaw.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a terrifying man. He should be a Viking.
Yeah, he looked like a fucking... He was this big, intimidating black dude, like super strong.
Bloodsaw.
Right? Yep. He was always had like a freshly shaved head. Right?
What are the origins of these names?
I don't know.
Youngblood and Bloodsaw?
He looked mean as fuck, right? I never talked to the guy.
I hope he had a voice like this.
No, I don't know. I never spoke to him. Just saw him walking down the halls. Lieutenant Bloodsaw. He was the kind of guy when you saw him coming down the hall.
Just you're gonna act right.
Yeah, you're not gonna fuck around.
You're not fucking around.
He had that look on his face, like he's just waiting to show somebody why they call him Bloodsaw.
I hope that's his birth given name.
It has to be because it was on his uniform. They don't fuck with nicknames on the uniform. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, his
Bloodsaw.
Fucking name's Bloodsaw.
That is the best last name ever. I wish I had a cool last name.
Imagine if he made it up to Captain Bloodsaw. That's fucking sweet. Admiral Bloodsaw. I bet you. I don't know where this dude's career went, but I would almost guarantee you that
he's high up.
People were promoting him
just based on his name,
sight unseen, name alone, because they were like, we need to have an Admiral Bloodsaw.
Admiral Bloodsaw.
He would command a ship that shot fire.
It would have spikes.
Over the
side.
Over. It's like an old school reading.
A lot of it's a pirate ship.
Yeah, basically.
Shot fire.
They're like, Bloodsaw, go do your thing, man.
Bloodsaw, go save people from Somalia.
Wow.
Football.
That was our football minute.
That was our football minute. I don't know how it got to Bloodsaw. Names. Names in there.
Yeah, names.
Long story short, I don't know how I feel about the Patriots this year so far. Still early, but
yeah, they're not great.
They're not looking great.
But I feel like we've been so spoiled as Patriots fans that
in our life before.
Oh no, I remember when they were shitty.
I remember when they were shitty
for
too,
sure.
Vaguely, because I was still somewhat young. Because they didn't win until 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before that, they were piles of dog shit.
Brady and Belichick took over the team when I was 16 or 17.
So I was younger, yeah.
So you're a couple years younger than me, so you were 13. I distinctly remember the shitty years. But even in the 90s...
I was in 8th grade when they won.
Even in the 90s, it wasn't as bad as before.
Well, the 80s they went to the Super Bowl and got completely demolished by the Bears.
Yes, they got murdered. And they got murdered by the Packers, too.
Because they didn't have such a sweet song.
Yeah, they didn't have the Super Bowl shuffle.
Super Bowl.
The
Bears.
But yeah, in our time, in the last fucking 17 years, right?
It's been amazing. We've been spoiled.
They've been so good.
Boston sports fans in general. Me specifically, being also a Bruins fan and a Red Sox fan.
I don't really fuck with the other Boston teams that much. Like, sports aren't that whatever to me. But,
it's weird. You don't look like a football fan.
Thank you.
You wear cloth hats. You probably drink espresso a lot.
I drink a fair amount of espresso. I'm a fan of espresso. What's wrong with that?
You ride an old-timey bike with one big giant wheel that you have to, like, really jump up to get on.
Are you calling me a hipster?
Yeah.
Sir, I will have you know that I am no hipster.
I've seen mustaches on you, curled.
I do own mustache wax. That is,
Case in point.
I will admit that is a strike against me.
Not many football fans wear mustache wax.
Yeah, that's fair. But,
I just want to see you on an old-timey bike now.
No.
That's all that's in my head.
I don't fuck with bikes.
And I hear... Do.
I was going to try and teach my kid how to ride his bike without training wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized I'm not, like, 100% on how to ride my bike without training wheels. They say you never forget.
Oh, you fucking forget.
No, you don't. But, I'm not, like, good. Like, I won't fuck around. I wouldn't ride my bike more than, like, down my street.
You're not doing, like, one of those sweet front, like, brakes where you go...
No.
Endos?
No. Did you do bike tricks?
No.
Back in the day?
No.
Were you a bike trick dude?
No.
Did you have,
I'm white.
What do you call... So, BMX is all white.
Yeah, good point.
What do you call those dudes, the shit on your pegs? Did you have pegs on
Never
your
had
bike?
pegs. No, I stopped riding a bike.
You didn't have friends, so you didn't have...
Good point.
So you didn't need pegs.
I didn't need pegs. I always wanted to have pegs on my bike. Again, we were poor. I never got things like that.
You weren't poor. You had Crossfire. Fuck out of here, poor.
I would never be allowed to get a bike like that.
What, a bike with pegs?
Pegs, yeah.
So that your friends could ride on the back?
Yeah.
Again, you didn't...
And then I stopped riding a bike when I was like 7.
Why?
I don't know. Just didn't interest me anymore. I stopped going on bikes.
I got my Batman bike stolen when I was around that age.
I did. I was very big into the, what are those things?
Pogo stick?
Razor scooter.
Razor scooter?
I was
really?
big into Razor scooters for a year or two.
Wow.
In middle school, I would say.
I had a pogo stick summer.
I saw pogos. You are a hipster. Do you have a unicycle too?
No, I had a pogo stick though. I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and I was super into like the Guinness Book of World Records.
And you wanted to be the pogo.
I wanted to have the pogo record, so I would sit in my
goals.
driveway and I would pogo up and down for hours, counting my pogos. And like the next door neighbor girl, she would help me. She would count.
She'd be like this little freaking fruit.
No, she was into me, dude. She was actually like, she was quite into my stilo. She liked my
stilo
bowl cut and my pogo stick. So she was down.
Did you make any kind of like reference like jump on my pogo stick, girl?
No, I wasn't that smooth at the time. I think we ended up like making out a little bit. But it was all like very like summer love kind of.
I didn't get any girls on a Razor scooter.
So I fucking pulled bitches with my pogo stick. So fuck off.
I do remember vividly. We lived.
You want to know my number of most bounces?
Let me guess.
673.
I was gonna guess.
Well, you weren't gonna guess that.
No, it was gonna be in the 200s or something like that.
No.
600. What's the world record?
It's like 13,000.
Oh,
it wasn't even close.
Your ambitions.
Yeah.
So I do remember vividly one of my friends, it's like one of my best friends growing up. This is 3rd, 4th grade maybe, and I'm on a Razor scooter, and we lived on a huge hill. And my friend goes on the Razor scooter, and those brakes are just basically metal on a wheel.
Yeah, they're terrible.
He wasn't hitting the brake, and he started doing the speed wobble.
Oh, no.
And I've never seen a kid just face plant and grind down.
Oh, did he fucking eraser his face?
Eraser his face, his legs, I was just sitting there, I was like, maybe I shouldn't go on this. It really scared me from ever going on this. And he was also he was a black kid, and his dad was just old timey, like what you'd think parenting would be, hitting kids with switches and stuff like that. His brother came out after and just little brother started peeing.
On him?
No, he's sitting there crying. His brother comes out and just starts peeing into a runoff. You know, like one of those runoff, like, leave or runoff fucking things. Sewer grates.
I know what you're talking about.
And the kid's crying, bleeding everywhere. But the dad takes the kid who's peeing and starts beating him.
For peeing.
For peeing, not like the writhing in pain kid.
You gotta have your priorities straight. Can I
hitting him with a stick too? My parents never hit me with a stick.
Mine did. My grandparents would hit me with whatever they had available. I got two good stories, right? First one about hitting. My grandfather, may he rest in peace, right? One time my cousin was pinching me in the back, right, while we were eating lunch after school, and I kept throwing my arms out. Every time he pinched me, I'd throw my arms out, and I'd throw my arms out.
You hit him in the face.
Nope. I fucking knocked over a full cup of milk. Right?
Ooh.
And my grandfather was mega pissed, so he grabbed me by the back of the head by my hair and dunked my face in the chicken soup that I was eating.
Oh, shit.
So he fucking dunked me, right? And
was it hot?
It was warm.
Lukewarm?
Yeah. And I'm crying, and I've got chicken stars, like, stuck to my face. And my cousin's laughing at me. And I had to eat all the soup. I couldn't get up till I ate the soup.
Oh, my God.
I had to clean the milk, too,
Holy
obviously.
Shit.
Yeah.
Parenting.
Ooh. But back in the day, like, in the early 90s, 80s and shit, you could just fucking beat kids up.
Yeah.
I got hit with, like, it's like a little metal, like, car antenna or whatever.
Holy shit! Those things are brutal.
Yeah, you'd only ever get like 1 or 2 whacks with it, because 1 or 2
cut.
Yeah, 1 or 2 whacks was all you needed, right?
Oh my God!
Right across the ass.
If you hit me in the ass with one of those now, I might cry.
My grandfather also had a wooden spoon that he drew a picture of a mean old lady on. Like the circular part of the spoon was her head, and then the body was the stick.
The stem.
Yeah. And
that was beat with a spoon too.
Yeah, dude. Spoon shoe. It was a fucking immigrant family. They were all Portuguese. They didn't give a fuck.
So
this is how it went down in Portugal. Like, we were getting the watered down beatings. Like, by the time me and my cousins came through, my aunts and uncles had it, like, way worse than me.
My dad told me what his dad used to do was he would turn his dad, my grandfather, turn his class ring around, big, giant class ring, and just whack him in the back of the head with it. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That would put me in my place, though.
Oh, yeah.
I would be a cowering dog after one of those hits. But he'd do it anytime, and he had 7 siblings, so they're always fighting.
Yeah.
And so my dad would always get wrapped in the back of the head with a fucking class ring.
Ooh.
Oh, and I remember.
I can just imagine. What I got too was like what do you call it, like this, like
a flick?
Like a flick. But if you get flicked right
on
the
whip
top,
it, yeah.
If you get flicked right on the top of your dome, bro, that shit
hurts.
Yeah. Man. That's a quick little. That's like that's like a store measure.
Yeah.
So like if you're fucking around in the store and your parent wants to fuck you up, but they don't want to cause like a big scene, right? They give you that quick flick, right?
Yeah. My parents never beat me because they would never spank me, because spanking didn't really work with me because I'd snap.
You get hard.
Some things never change.
Yeah.
I would just snap and go at them. But I remember I was more or less a latchkey kid because both my parents were always working.
Right.
And it was just me and my brother. And my brother was older than me and would pummel me. Held a knife to my neck once. Just pummel the shit out of me. But I remember one time, I was probably, I want to say 5th grade. 5th grade, I was starting to fight back more, still getting my ass handed to me constantly. But I took a one of those like a RC car. What are those things called? Controller, RC car controller. Like you know how one of those lines, just like you said, the cart. And I took it and I wrapped him in the side of the face with it.
Oh, did you leave a mark?
Oh, dude. I left a mark. He cried after that one. I hit him good, and I'm like, I should just keep using those. Turned it around. He started using it on me.
Oh,
whacking me with
Yeah,
it.
you got
Just
fucked
kidding.
up, right?
Yeah, I got burned. I got one good one in, but then it turned.
Was that the worst fight you ever got in with him?
My worst fight was my last fight with my brother, and I was finally getting older and I was playing football. So
Is this an innocent fight or is this like a hurt feeling?
This was like he came, he threw something at me. We got in a little scuffle, and I was 14 or so. And
Yeah.
I threw him through a wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like brother fights, but because my cousins were like brothers to me.
Yeah.
So I like a good brother fight,
You need
but
it.
I don't like them when they get too when you get a little too old. Like me and my cousin got into a fight like 2 years ago.
Mine was too, but we never fought like physically.
Yeah. No, I got into a physical fight with one of my cousins like 2 years ago.
Oh shit! Too
when
you're 30.
yeah. I think I was like 29 or 30, and we fought at a 4th of July barbecue. That's too old.
Wow, that is white trashy than more than white trashy can be.
That is
Holy
too old to
shit.
fight. But we used to fight when we were younger. We used to I used to have my older cousin and him and his brother, right? So it was the three of us, and we all grew up in the same house. Me and the second oldest, because I was the oldest, we used to play catch with the youngest one.
Yeah.
So we would throw him back and forth. We would play catch with his body.
Definitely.
So we would like pick him up and throw him at each other. Well, one time, I think I threw him at my cousin, and I kind of missed my cousin, and I ended up throwing him,
dropping him,
kind of through a window. Like we broke the window.
Yeah, that's bad.
And then I had to convince him that like it was like sort of his fault that the window was broken, so that we.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, so we had to work as a team to fix
screw
this
over the
window.
window. Why would you do that? You went right through the window, man.
Yeah. What's wrong with
What's
you?
wrong with you?
You're supposed to ball up.
My dad was pissed when I put my brother through the wall, but that was an older kind of more of a adult fight.
Yeah, that's a more serious one.
Yeah, the younger fights were rough.
I just thought of a great one. We were playing video games, right?
Oh, video games are always the catalyst to a good fucking brother fight.
And I don't remember why, but my cousin ended up peeing on me. He peed right down my fucking... I wasn't wearing a shirt. It was the middle of the summer, so I just had jeans on or shorts on, right?
Yeah.
He peed down, like, on my back, and it, like... went down my spine into my butt crack, and it made me throw up once the warm piss hit me. So I went and took a shit, and I wiped my ass, and I took the toilet paper I wiped my ass with and wiped it on his arm. So then we were just fucking got into an all-out brawl.
Oh, God. That is just... Did he fight you with your poop on him?
Yeah.
Did you get your own poop on you?
No, I don't
Collateral
think so.
poop?
No, but I still had his piss on me. So
You didn't even wipe it off?
No.
You went to shit, you could have wiped it
no,
off.
because I dry heaved, right? And then I went to the bathroom. All that was in my mind was revenge.
Oh my God.
So I did a revenge. I did an angry shit, and I I just need some ammunition here.
Oh, God damn. And your cousin's your age, roughly?
No, they're younger than my. One's like 3 years apart. The other one's 5.
The one that pissed on you?
It's 3 years.
3 years apart?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a bold move.
Yeah, I think it was because I wouldn't let him play Final Fantasy.
I remember, all my brother fights started with games. It was either...
Oh, yeah, games always.
Games always. It's either Super Smash Brothers was a big one. That would always get us.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. I'm bringing back memories right now.
Let me give you one more.
Yeah.
This one, I wasn't involved in this fight, but my cousins were playing Call of Duty together when I was home on leave from the Navy, right?
Yeah.
And do you remember the noob tube?
Yeah, of course. Thump.
Yep.
The fucking rocket launcher.
So
or grenade launcher.
Yep. My younger cousin kept noob tubing my older cousin.
Was this like Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
The first one, the awesome one?
So, yeah. So he kept noob tubing my older cousin. My older cousin got so pissed that he ran out of the room, came back in with a Guitar Hero controller, like the guitar, and started beating him over the back with a Guitar Hero controller because he noob tubed him. He's going, "That's fucking cheating!" And my little cousin, he's getting the shit beat out of him. He's like, "It's in the game! It's in the game!"
He's right, it's in the game.
He was right.
He's right.
I fucking came down with the determination that Yeah,
It's in the game.
it's in the game.
It's
So
good to
I'm gonna
go.
watch this go down because it's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god! I remember one of my grossest fights was with this kid that I lived near as a friend. He was a fat kid. His last name was, let's just say his last name was Bowcamper.
Okay.
And just knowing that I will never forget his name. But I had one of the Home Alone 2 yak backs.
Oh, fucking. And you were poor?
Oh, then yeah.
And you were poor?
Yeah.
And you had a fucking
I
yak back?
lived in Arizona though.
So?
Everything's cheap in Arizona.
You had a fucking yak back, bro.
I had a yak back. It was again
And Crossfire.
Christmas presents.
It doesn't matter. You
Well,
know what
in
Santa
Arizona.
Claus brought me? Cheese, bro.
It's a good gift. What kind of cheese? Something could be more expensive than a yak back.
American slice.
American slice. So he was trying to wrestle. His family was rich as all hell, and he was trying to wrestle the yak back out of my hand. And he was a much fatter kid than me. And I remember he was on top, and we're just yelling into the yak back and forth. Home Alone 2. He gets overstimulated and just pukes all over me. I just remember sitting there talking, and I just go, "Ah!"
This dude fucking gacked you, bro.
Oh my god, all over my face, body, because he was on top too. And so he was on top of me trying to pin me down and steal my yak back as I'm saying goofy things into it. Pukes all over me.
Oh, man.
I think my mom, I've never seen her laugh more in my life.
She was watching this go down?
Yeah.
She didn't stop him from stealing your yak back?
No. And she's like, it's okay. Go upstairs and change it. I just let out a blood-curdling scream. Just, no! Still stuck in my... That's probably why I hate vomit now.
You got Nickelodeon slime.
Oh, dude, it was gross. It was chunky. He was a fat kid. There's probably...
He gave you that double dare. He gave you that
Double
physical
dare.
challenge.
Physical challenge. What was that guy's name?
Mark
What?
Hamill?
No, not Mark Hamill. That's Luke Skywalker.
I know, but a different Mark Hamill.
No.
Mark something or other?
McGrath.
I just want fun.
I remember just mopping up vomit off my face. I just remember doing this. One of these.
That's gross.
It's all gummy bears and fat kid treats.
When I was younger,
You ever think you were gay when you were younger? That happened to me a few times. Because it was always on TV. I thought I had AIDS at a young age. Because I watched a lot of MTV. And so I was thinking back to Arizona again.
That's the most left field shit. Are you Macklemore? Did you think you were gay because you were good at art?
Yeah. No, I thought I was gay because I had AIDS back then. This is back in the early 90s. So I was watching a bunch of TV.
I wish people could see my face right now. I'm just dumbfounded.
So it's long story, but I watched a bunch of MTV.
Yeah, me too.
And again, Latchkey Kid.
I already know what MTV made you think you had AIDS. Real World
yes!
San Francisco.
And he was gay!
Pedro
was gay.
Did you come down on the Pedro or Puck side of things?
I was always Pedro. I hated Puck.
I was a Puck guy.
Of course you were. Look at you. So, I watch a lot of MTV, but they also have all the PSAs about getting tested for AIDS.
Yeah.
And I was always in my head, I've never been tested. I was a fucking hypochondriac at, what was that, kindergarten, first grade?
Did you know you needed to fuck to have...
No! I had no idea how you got it. I had no idea. I just knew that Pedro had AIDS. Pedro had AIDS. He was gay. I thought I had AIDS because I was never tested. I was gay. That was my logic in kindergarten or first grade.
So I'm like 3 years older than you?
Yeah.
So I must have been in third or fourth grade.
Third or fourth grade, give or take. Yep.
Yeah, I remember this too. I didn't think that I had AIDS, and I didn't think I was gay, but I was definitely very afraid of one day getting AIDS.
I thought I had AIDS. I had it in my own head that I'm like, oh my god, I have AIDS, and it would keep me up at night as a child. How much of a fucking psychopath I
you're
was.
So fucked up, bro.
So fucked up. And I just remember this vividly, thinking, come to find out, my mom tells me when I'm probably about 15, 16.
That you have AIDS?
I was on an age watch until I was 12 years old.
Why?
Because I had so many blood transfusions when I was born around the AIDS time, so they didn't know.
Oh,
and so I was on an AIDS, and it can lay dormant apparently until that age. And so once
Jesus.
my parents were so excited when I got that, so I could have had AIDS.
You actually had a legit worry. Yeah.
But I didn't know, but my body knew.
I want real quick. We kind of glossed over it, but I feel like I deserve mad credit for knowing exactly which MTV show made you think you had AIDS.
It was, because he died.
He did die.
Pedro died.
I feel like people don't die as much from AIDS anymore. But back then...
No, it's like damn near eradicated at this point.
But back then...
HIV.
Yeah. If you get full-blown AIDS, you're still fucked.
You're still probably going to die.
Back in that day, though, that was a fucking
it was
death
a death sentence. Yeah, especially... That's why I was born in 87. And so I was really premature, so a bunch of blood transfusions at birth.
Yeah.
Thought I was going to have AIDS. Yeah, so little did I know. My body knew.
Well, I'm glad you don't have AIDS. You want to talk about real world San Francisco real quick?
Sure.
What didn't you...
What was a chick's name that got punched? That wasn't San Francisco.
No.
Which one was that? Remember the chick getting punched?
Are you thinking of Irene from... Hawaii?
It wasn't
the chick with
Hawaii.
Lyme disease?
I remember a girl getting punched on the way to a car or something like that.
That wasn't from season 1, because season one the dude tore the blanket off of the girl.
Yeah.
Season 1, underrated. Underrated season.
I definitely remember watching all of them, but I was way more into Pete and Pete at that time.
I have a fucking Pete and Pete box set at home.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, I love Pete and Pete.
Super into Pete and Pete. Well, I was super into the Real World, dude. Real World was the shit back then.
It was awesome. So was the first couple Road Rules were awesome too.
You want to know speaking of MTV, you want to know a deep dive that I did on Friday night?
What?
I had only meant to watch one video.
Oh, no. You can never go and just think
I had only meant to watch one video before bed.
Yep.
And then I ended up staying up till like almost 3 in the morning. I started watching MTV Unplugged.
Unplugged was great. Was it Liquid Video was another one? Or?
No. I'm just talking about Liquid Video was one. That was a show series.
The show with all the animation.
Yes.
Yep.
I was talking about.
You're talking about Unplugged.
Just Unplugged.
With Nirvana did it.
Yeah.
All like the grunge bands.
I just wanted to watch for some reason I wanted to listen to Lightning Crashes by Live, and they had an unplugged version of it. So I was like, I'll check this out. And when I listened to it, I was like, oh, fuck. Unplugged was fucking awesome.
Unplugged was great. And
so
then
I started listening.
So you went through 3 different bands for 3 hours.
No, I went through like 15 bands. I didn't watch the whole show. I would just like pick and choose songs.
Unplugged was great.
I watched Zombie by the Cranberries Unplugged.
Zombie.
She was really hot, dude.
Yeah, what's her name? Dolores? Her name's actually Dolores.
Yeah, she was gorgeous back in the day.
Still, even when she was in the movie Click, she was beautiful.
Was she in Click?
Yeah. She sang one of those "Let It Linger" or something like that.
They were such a huge band. You don't really think about it, but they owned the '90s, dude.
One of the bands. Yeah.
I went to their Wikipedia page. They had like 5 double platinum albums.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they sold like over 15 million records.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they are really good. The Cranberries are the shit. Listen, if you're listening to this and you're like of a younger. You know, if you're younger than us... If you're one of the
10 people that listens to this, and you're younger than us, listen to the Cranberries.
Basically, James, listen to the Cranberries, because they're pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, they're amazing. They were. I love the Cranberries.
Yeah, I listened to the Cranberries. I went through Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains is one of the best Unplugged ever, in my book.
And I think the best Unplugged, you know which one I'm going to say.
You're going to say Nirvana.
I am going to say Nirvana. Yeah. Nirvana had the best Unplugged.
Nah. Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, I'm going to let you finish, but Nirvana had one of the best Unplugged of all time.
I mean, a lot of people agree with you.
Yeah, because it was the best one.
But a lot of people agree with me.
There's a dissident crowd of contrarians who just don't want to just like
Just want to watch the whole world burn.
It's like people who don't want to like things just because everybody else likes things, so they gotta like.
It's like you on your big bike, your old-timey bike.
I don't have a fucking old-timey bike. I have a pogo stick. Get it right, dickhead. I would fuck up a pogo stick right now. I bet you I could do at least 1,000 bounces on a pogo stick.
Really?
Today. Flat surface, I could.
1,000.
I could do 1,000 bounces.
I think Sam may have a pogo stick.
Is it greased? Can you not
Touch your foot?
This is like the fourth time.
I'm getting all ADD right now, and I keep
know.
touching your feet. Sorry.
I don't know. I have ADD. I don't touch people's feet.
You just rub your cheek against mine.
Yeah, that's fair. That was a submission.
It's a good one. It got me to tap.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable situation. Regardless, I think Sam may have a pogo stick. We might have to test this.
If Sam has a pogo stick, you could bring a pogo stick to me. I would do 1,000 bounces. Maybe not first try, but you give me.
I would give you 6 hours.
I could do 1,000, like 1,000 continuous bounces.
I'd give you warm up time in that 6 hours, but it'd have to be continuous. 1,000 continuous within that 6 hour period.
If you gave me 6 hours, I could do 1,000 continuous bounces.
Could you?
Yes, without a doubt.
We're gonna have to test this.
Without a doubt.
We're gonna have to test this.
When we finish this podcast, we're gonna text Sam and ask him if he's got a pogo stick.
I wouldn't. I bet he does.
He's probably got one in his basement, but is it all rusty and shit? I don't want a fucking shitty pogo stick that's gonna seize up on me on bounce 798 and fuck my shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the variables you have to work through.
Okay, so next week on the show, you're gonna do poppers, and I'm gonna
do poppers, pass out, and get fucked by you.
I'm just gonna fuck you with the pogo stick. I'm gonna bounce on
I'll
your
be
ass.
dilated
Yeah.
enough.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get stuck in like the La Brea tar pits.
I'll say this: one of my jokes I always tell to Kim that she just despises is that when I really have to poop, I'm like, oh my god, I'm 7 centimeters dilated.
Yeah,
you should definitely use that.
I have heard you say that joke before. I have much the same reaction to Kim. Not good.
Not good.
Not good. It was good the first time I heard it. I was like, oh, pregnant.
Oh, no, I've definitely...
You killed that joke.
Beaten that dead horse just with a hammer.
Let me give you one last fight between me and my cousins.
Okay.
I got a ton of them, but this is another one that
I have hundreds of ones, but mine are deeply scarring.
Yeah.
So I don't want to bring them up because they're not that funny.
Mine are more innocent kind of fights. I had a ring that was
Plus
like...
I had AIDS.
It was, yeah, plus you had AIDS, so it was a lot more dangerous for you to fight. I had a ring that was a lion. It was a lion's head. Right?
Yeah.
So 2 jewels for the eyes. The mouth was open. It had fangs, sharp, pointy fangs.
It's probably the most badass ring for that age.
I still have the ring. It was my dad's ring. I got it from him after he passed. So I got this ring, right? And I got into a fight with my cousin. Ooh. That was, of all the fucking farts that you did today, that was the nastiest one. So, anyways, I hit my cousin with this ring. I scratched open his whole entire eye.
Oh, shit.
And we both were like, oh, we're both going to get in fucking trouble for this.
So your cousin, his cut is like, oh, shit.
I cut his cornea. Like his,
did you?
Like the white, is that the white part?
No.
It's the white part of the eye.
The eye.
Yeah, so I cut the white part of his eye so that there was like blood inside of it or whatever. His eye looked fucked up.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
And I remember thinking I was going to get my fucking ass beat. And I think I did. I think I caught a good whooping. He was okay,
must
though.
have.
Yeah.
You must have got a good ass kicking for that.
I just remember, of all the times we would beat each other's asses, or we would fight, or we would do whatever, we would always have to try and think of ways to fucking hide it from our parents so we wouldn't get beat for fighting.
Always. I remember my brother, again, we were launching G.I. Joes over this rock wall, a lot of rock walls, like huge, like 7 feet, 8 feet tall, like just rock fence.
Yeah.
And that was our backyard in Arizona. And we were just launching G.I. Joes over the fence with a shovel, a squared shovel. So we had like something in the middle. My brother would put the G.I. Joe in the shovel and then jump on the other end. I was placing the G.I. Joe down and he jumped on it. And it clocked me in the face hard. I went down like a sack of bricks.
Did you go out?
I don't think I went out. I cried instantly and was bleeding. And he goes, quit being a baby. You shouldn't have put your face over it. Why are you putting your face over it? And just like, I'm like,
we gotta end the show, but real quick, that's a fucking fantastic. Why I love the brotherly.
Brother, why are you putting your face over it?
My kids are doing that.
Yeah.
They're like, so they'll start fucking fighting with each other, right? And one of them punched the other one, right? And it's like, why'd you punch him? Well, he brought his stomach near me.
How does that justify?
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Kid justification's the best.
I love that. I feel like we're gonna have more sibling fights in the future because that's a rich, untapped vein.
Oh, I have so many. So
But,
again, mine are a little more depressing. I wanted to bring up a bit we could do, but we might save that for next week.
Do you want to talk about it real quick?
Real quick, I was just thinking, just throwing it out there, just to get all 10 fans involved, that we would place a lie within the episode.
Just randomly?
Both of us. Each of us would have one lie randomly, trying to fool each other, moreover. Could be about anything. About hot topics of the week. Like, I could say, like, oh, do you know Russell Crowe lost a toe in the filming of whatever. Something along those lines. Just a complete bold-faced lie. Try to make the other person believe it. And then on the next week, reveal what our lies were.
I like this.
We might have to work on it.
Narrow the focus a little bit. So it can't be at any point through the episode. We'd have to call it, like, the bluff point or some shit, right?
Ugh.
It's just a fucking...
Working title.
Working title. The bluff point, okay? Or, the... lie. What rhymes with lie? Or the lie guy, right? So anyways...
But then also we'd have our listeners try to see what the lie was, and then we would say what their guesses were.
So each of us would say 3 things, and one of them would be a lie, right?
Okay.
And you get to think about it over the week, and then the next week you'll say, like, I think your first thing was a lie.
We could end, like, each episode with that or something like that. Okay, I like that. We'll work on it a little more this week.
We'll talk
but
about it.
I like the thing to get the listeners involved.
The listener.
James involved.
Yeah, we'll get
James
involved.
and Kim.
Yeah. Hey, Kim. All right, that was I Like It Because You Hate It. Make sure that you email the podcast with any questions, comments, concerns.
Send it to your friends.
I like it because you hate it at gmail.com. Let your friends know about the show. Let your coworkers know about the show. Let everybody know about the show.
Because if 4 people
becomes
tell 4 people,
yeah, that's 8.
And they tell 4 people,
and then that's 12. And then before you know it, we're fucking exponentially, big. So,
you really did not do math on that.
well, if 4 people tell 4 people, and those 4 people tell 4 people.
Yes.
There
you go.
No, that's a lot. Okay, yeah, I was way off on that. Anyways, I like it.
That's like 12 people.
I like it because you hate it. Facebook page. I like it because you hate it at gmail.com. I like it because you hate it on YouTube. Make sure that you interact with us there. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Dennis.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.